get started. Basically what we're gonna do, we're just gonna do like a quick market analysis for this week. So we are gonna be using the higher time frame, so the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame for this analysis. I'm not giving you guys signals. I'm just telling you guys what I expect to happen in the market and things that you guys should look out for. And then use that information for you guys to trade this market using whatever strategy you're using. So if you're using EliteAlgo, you can use this information to help you with your decisions. Or if you're using some other indicator, then go ahead and do that. But again, so I'm just showing you guys my analysis. This is not going to be like a signal thing. All right, let's get started. So the first pair I want to look at is the USD Cad. So looking at this, we see that we are currently in a little bit of a range. So as we can see, we have a little bit of a range that is around this area, and we're back in the range. But we do see that previously it created a higher high, and right now it looks like it's rejecting this support right here around this area. We have very strong support right there. So this is a very good supply zone. Now, potentially we can see this continue to go up. So we can probably see this chart going like this. 1 second, I'm just gonna try to find the path. So we can probably see this go up, come back down, retest this level right here before starting to go back up, retesting this, then potentially coming back down again, all the way down here. So this is something can happen. So be careful for this, or it can also not break through this period and then end up going down right back into our supply zone because we are still at a resistance area. So keep that in mind, guys. This is what could happen right here on this chart, and this is what I'm looking for on USD Cad. Moving forward, we're looking at USD JPY, and this thing is incredibly overbought right now. You can see it's gone up. Now I'm thinking this probably drops back and starts to retest. I don't think it's going to keep going back up this high. This is like very, very overbought level. So as we can see, we have a pretty good demand zone around here. So this is a good area where people are going to look to buy again. So I'm thinking that we're going to see the price come back down to this level. So the price will probably come back down to this level before going back up and creating another high, because we are clearly starting an uptrend right now. So this is probably what I'm expecting to happen with USD JPY, and we will see what happens here. It could also come down to this level right here and then back up. So there's just something to pay attention for, but this is what I think is happening with USD JPY. Up next, USD Swiss Franc. Now looking at this, guys, again, we can clearly see that we are in a range. So over here, we're at the top of the range around this area. So actually, we have to just draw a box here. You see in this area, we have a pretty strong demand. So again, I'm not really sure exactly what's going to happen on this chart, but we can probably continue to stay in this range. So it could go back down. But if it does break through this level, what we're going to be looking for is for it to come up a little bit, then come back and retest this demand area if it does break it before going back up and creating another high, right? This is what we're looking for. Or if it doesn't break this resistance right here around this area, so we can see, guys, right here we have a pretty strong resistance at this point, then what's going to happen is it could potentially just come all the way back down to here. And then if that happens, what you guys can do is you guys probably can have a very good short signal where you have a very low stop loss and a very high take profit. Something potentially looking like this, where you have just a little bit of a stop loss around here, and then your take profit will be like down here, for example. So this can give you a huge RR, but again, we want to see exactly what happens with this price. Does it reject this resistance, or does it break past, come back down to retest, then go up? Things that you have to look out for yourself. Moving on, AUD USD. So right here, we can see that we started an uptrend, right? We were on a downtrend previously, then we had a little bit of a range, and now we're looking like we're at an uptrend. So if we were to draw a trend line here, we can see it's looking like that. Now what we want to do here is we actually want to wait until this price comes down to around this line. And then over here, we're probably going to see a rejection before it coming back up and creating another high. So this is one thing we can look out for AUD/USD. Yeah, this one looks pretty straightforward. We have a very strong supply area around here because we have very good demand. Sorry, we have very strong demand area around here, as you guys can see. So this is what we're going to be looking for around this area, for it to come down, touch this trend line before giving us a nice big like engulfing green candle, or we get a buy signal on EliteAlgo. Then we can probably take this trade and then kind of go up from there. NZD USD, same thing as AUD/USD. It's the same exact looking chart. We were in a little bit of a range here. It broke down. Now we're on an uptrend again. If we were to draw a trend line from over here to right here, what we are looking to see right now on this chart is for the price to come back down to this level, and then from here kind of shoot back up and create another higher high up here. And then if we look down over here, guys, we can see that in this area, this is a very strong zone right here for demand and for resistance, right? As we can see, very good area right here that we can see a potential bounce off this demand. People are going to start buying again, and the price is going to start going up. That's one thing we can see on this chart going up. Next, guys, only two more left. These are the pairs I like to focus on, so those are one of my favorite ones. GU. So this is looking like we are in a pretty big downtrend right now. It is a little bit oversold. Now we recently already had, as we can see right here, the price came down, and like I said earlier, you want to wait for it to break that resistance, then come back up and retest that resistance before coming back down. So break that support, sorry, come back up to retest the resistance, then come down. So it's exactly what we're seeing on the R chart. So over here we can see that in this area we had a pretty strong resistance before. The resistance ended up breaking, came back up to retest that before dropping. This is the same thing that we're looking for over here, right? If it breaks back up, comes down, then goes up. Literally the same exact thing. That's what we're looking for here, and then we can see kind of what happens. So this one right here, the trade's already too late, unfortunately, so I wouldn't be looking to trade the GU right now, but we can pretty much expect what happened on here to happen on this chart pretty much. So that's what we're looking for. And then for EUR/USD, it looks like, again, we came here. This area was a pretty strong area of supply. The price came down, broke this area, went back up to retest that, and now it came back down. So this, again, we are too late on this trade. So we do not want to be looking for anything for EUR/USD this week. It looks like maybe what can happen here is that we can see the price come back down to about like around here, coming back up, retesting this resistance before coming back down. And what we want to do here on this chart simply is we want to look for an entry. We want to look for an entry. I don't know why this way. Around that area, right? This is where we want to look for an entry. So we do not want to trade it right now because the movement's already been going on. We want to look for is a retest and then trade that retest. So that's pretty much it for my market analysis. Again, very short. These are the pairs I'm going to be looking at this week and seeing if I can trade any of these. If you guys see a good trade, go ahead and take it. But that's what I have. Thanks, guys, for showing up. I'm also going to record this video. So if you guys missed this or you guys want to watch it again, I'm going to post it on YouTube. Other than that, guys, thanks a lot for coming. Have a good day.